Does that also mean he'll be able to destroy all your structures if you just line him up?
That's what I imagined. That's why I think it's so broken. Like, it's not literally impossible to beat. Please stop. I hate it when people think whenever I say something's broken, that's what I mean. No, it's not what I mean. I just mean, like, it's so annoying to deal with. And for a lot of people, they can't deal with it.
Well, he kind of gives you way to using other heroes, like Blade with Desperation now kind of is a big thing. If there's a lot of Dumas, it just puts you into that range.
Here's the thing. We don't know how big of a deal that's going to become, because if he has around 180 BST, if he is boosting up attack and res, even if you have Blade and even if it's like fully charged up, he might survive a round. And if he survives a round, that's a lot of work to do.
Then the use of Falchion users will be a big thing too.
That's also a thing we don't know, because do you guys think he's going to be 180 BST or not?
He will.
I think he will be, given that he is a freaking god.
Exactly. That's the thing. He will be 180 BST. Where is his splits going to go to? He's likely not going to have a lot of speed. He's Bolt Fighter after all. When have we gotten a hero that came out with Bolt Fighter and was slow? Oh, and was fast.
Legendary Tiki.
Legendary Tiki.
Okay, but outside of that, what?
Well, I was talking with Kioma, and in the actual game, Duma only has 10 speed.
He has 10 speed.
Yeah, he's actually pretty slow.
Exactly. That's the point I'm getting to. Like, chances of him being fast. So if he has low speed, the points are going to every other stat, which are all going to be useful for him.
Well, given that he has a def
You still can't double though.
I don't know if he's gonna be 180 or not, because he's not a young dragon, so I feel like he's gonna be Grima BST.
No, he'll be Surtur.
He'll be Surtur BST.
Don't forget about the final boss BST, because that's the thing.
Final boss well, I mean, Grima had final boss BST, but that was before we thought of trainees.
Alright, well then...
Wait a minute, we can actually get some stat calcs now that I think about it, because these are previously found units.
I'm very happy that the Mythic Hero is Duma and all, but like, I think that Aether Raid exclusive skills are really dumb.
Yeah.
Bro, fucking rest in peace, Aether Raid's defense.
I just don't understand why they did that for Aether Raids. They shouldn't have done that at all.
They shouldn't have done it at all.
I don't know if I'm necessarily too opposed to it, mostly because I don't care about my offensive structures.
Come on.
Like,
the best part about the Aether Raids is building a fun defense team. If everybody just pulls 6 of these niggas and just go like, here you go, free 42 damage, bye bitch. And it's like, well, that's not fun at all, is it?
Yeah, that is true. That part's true. I'm more worried about the fact that it does damage.
It's the combination of it all. Offensive structures are already like not too useful. You don't rely on them too much. Now you literally might not be able to rely on them at all. If there actually is 6, you might have no HP starting a battle, and if he decreases lift loss, if it's 10 okay, if each Duma gets rid of 10 lift, and that's like the bare minimum, I would say, that's minus 60. Like, how do you, these people, whales will never fall out.
You just gotta get 1 kill and that's it.
That's it. That's it. It is.
You thought Sinmaro was
and
bad.
it might not just be 10, it might be 20. And if it's 20, they could just literally lose no lifts. Like,
I highly doubt it's 20, because that would just be too much. If anything, I would sooner say it's lower.
Wait, why would you think it's too much?
Oh yeah, if it was minus 20, it would be literally free. Like,
yeah, if it was minus 20, because don't forget it's multiplied by blessings.
Sure. But
so that means that it's literally 2 Duma plus 3 would be 6 times 2 is 120 minus what?
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it is so easy to look. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Although there are plenty of counters to that strat, just rolling in with like 6 Dumas like that, and that's just like smiting. Depending on how much defense he has, if it's like if he somehow has less.
I think I can actually get that.
You can just bust in there with like a smite and like Brash Your Soul Desperation Church.
Give me a minute, I can actually probably calc this.
You throw Gale Force on her, that's 1, 2 right there. You dance, 3, 4. You see how I'm going with this. It just depends on her stats. Other than that, you can use like
here's the thing, his HP is not high.
Mask Marth too.
48 is not that bad.
His HP is 50. Sure, but his HP is not that high. His speed is definitely gonna be low. And he has a skill boosting up his attack and res.
And he has Def Res Solo.
And he has Def Res Solo. What I'm saying is, like, the chances of him being high defense, high res is pretty damn high. Unless he has just
Well,
amazing
I
attack,
I
which
can
he
start
looks like
looking
it.
at that right now.
What?
Well, maybe. Let me see. Now I can find his res out. Give me a sec. Yeah, I know what map that is. So paralogs, the last Xenolog, and that is the lunatic one. So this is the green dragon. Oh.
For people saying use Alm, I hope you realize Duma's gonna just take your HP away, so you're not doubling him.
You can't even use This is.
Yeah, if your idea was Mythic Boost Alm, he starts with, if there's multiple Dumas, you better bring a healer along. Cause he's, yeah.
Oh, it's this one. So 48, 5. Oh my. That's 43 res right there.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be with def res solo, which means you would have 37.
Wait, how?
The green mannequin gives it all.
If he has 37 res, that
Although it
means
would probably be, well, let me see here. Is he damaged?
he's gonna have amazing defense or amazing attack, because we know his HP is.
Well, I can also figure out his attack if you give me a sec. Wait, I can actually figure out his attack through here. So 34 plus 31. So that's 65 attack in this fight.
What?
And he has a +6 attack weapon. His weapon's attack res +6. So that means he has 59.
Okay, if you have 59 and we're estimating 180 BST and we're guessing low speed, do you guys not see the problem here? He's gonna have monstrous defense, or okay, he's gonna have
his
as
res
much.
is 37.
He's gonna have as much defense as Surtur. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, you could probably get away with Julia though. I can see it happening.
I mean, Surtur has Sinmara. It depends on if he has a super boon.
Because he loses 2 points on HP. Sinmara only provides 3 defense.
Sinmara is 3 defense as opposed to 3 attack on Fell Breath.
Right, so you drop the 2 points on the HP and you reallocate that. It's likely going to defense. And now we know his attack, which just seems to be 1 lower than...
Yeah.
Lower than Surtur, so you have 3 extra
Surtur
points.
does not have 60 attack base.
Oh, he has 50...
55.
Okay. Wait, what?
He has 55. With Sinmara. So, well, 59. So he actually has 1 more attack than Surtur because it's 56 pre-attack +3.
Okay. I mean, sure. It's still going to be crazy good, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am on the grounds that if you have Julia, invest in her.
All right. But yeah, let's actually go on to Duma's skills to break it down formally, because I just. Thanks, Nasty Soda, for follow. Look, earlier when I read it, yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't. I lost track of it being defending in ether raids, but still, that is. It doesn't really matter. It's basically another catapult. You can have multiple catapults. You can literally.
Granted, that -7, that's everywhere, but the rest of it is only during anima season.
Yes.
Yeah. So if he's like an arena unit, that literally is just 7 damage turn 1, and that's it.
Or 28 damage if you use 4 of them.
And if you're using 4 of him, why?
Right. Even if it's during anima season, you're gonna want to use him during defensive battles, like every season. So it's just particularly one season that's super annoying. But again,
I mean, there's only 2 defensive types, Dark and Anima.
Sure.
And
Fortunately, Light and Anima are not on the same season, so it alternates defense and offense for now.
Yeah. So that means every other week you gotta deal with this shit.
Every other. Okay, that's terrible.
Well, actually, Air does counter him because she heals the lowest ally too.
Yeah, so eventually she'll passively heal it all back up, but it will take
Eventually,
ages.
you don't have eventually. You have 7 turns.
Exactly. If there's multiple, then you're probably not going to heal it all up.
Yeah, you're not. I don't.
You'll just have to use like rehabilitate. Best you can do.
You have to bring along a healer.
Heavenly
That's super
Light.
annoying to deal with.
Well,
I mean,
that's what
I
his
actually
almost
use
for.
a healer. I do use a healer, Lucius, for pain chip. But yeah.
All right, but
Yeah.
people need to stop thinking in the immediate, like just this is it. No, this is not it. If they're willing to do this, it's going to only get worse. You're going to have other effects in C skills or whatever just for ether raids, targeting people who want to be competitive in ether raids. And that's my biggest problem with all of this. Where IS made Arena basically all about who can pay the most, and then they introduced ether raids, and what the fuck?
Okay.
Dog, are you a furry?
Who's making whale noises?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think we're okay now.
Okay. I'm just saying, this is just a start. We're gonna have other ridiculous things in the C skills. This is just a big sign. So if you think this isn't bad now, it will be bad eventually, because this already seems pretty damn good to me.
Yeah.
This is
Hmm?
I would say this is 90%. I'm so surprised they even remembered this game exists, and 10% big oof. That is
I
a
have
dangerous.
hope.
Oh,
unit.
mega oof.
I now have hope that we're getting an FE15 banner after a year and a half.
It's
After a year and a half.
it's actually
It's been
super
a year and a
funny.
half.
Can somebody look up
Oh,
Echo's sales? I thought the game did well.
It did
It did not do as well as
okay,
Fates, and
but it
that's
didn't do
all
as well
care
as they
about.
wanted.
But okay, look, I've had so many arguments with people at this point about why IS does Fates. I argue they have the financial data backing it up, and if anything, at the very least, CYL voting backs up the Camilla like bias from them. Okay, but I always found it strange that they didn't focus on. It was always Fates and Awakening, despite the fact Echoes was the latest game. That never made sense to me because it made so much. If you guys think about it through marketing, like if they keep pushing the Echoes banner, right? Wouldn't people just buy Echoes the game? They're like, oh hey, I'm learning about Celica. Oh hey, I'm learning about Elm. Oh hey, I want to play the game now. And then they buy the game. Like it would have made so much sense like that, but they never really pushed that narrative on anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know why.
I mean, some people will probably be interested because there was a huge slew of Shadows of Valencia at the beginning, but when it fell off, that just kind of got forgotten.
Wasn't there like 3 Valencia?
Four
not
Shadows
sure.
of Valencia banners when it came out.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is outdated or not, but it says 0.75 million.
What?
0.75 million, that's better than what I got. 0.31 million.
1.75 million. That is
No, not 1.75.
what?
0.75.
0.7. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did not sell that well.
Keep in mind, guys,
Echoes-
Path of Radiance, Radiant
Echoes-
Dawn, they both had nearly 500,000 sales.
And then Fates is almost 2 million.
Okay, that makes
put
a
it
lot
like
of sense
this.
then.
It's not SpongeBob numbers. Or sorry, should I say Fates
What?
Awakening numbers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
like,
Like they tell us
Fates
they
is-
got that
it's
they got
almost
that
2 million.
Nickelodeon mentality. They're like, if it's not SpongeBob numbers, it's a failure in their books.
Yeah.
Even though that is
and
definitely well compared to some of the other stuff.
Oh, okay,
I mean-
that's surprising.
we can only blame ourselves for all these Fates banners.
Yeah, Fate's almost it quadruples Radiant sales at almost 2 million.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Also, thanks
Look at,
to
like,
this
Warriors,
CYL. CYL just
Also,
we're
not
getting
having
more
these
Fates.
options.
We're getting so many more Fates. Oof.
Wait, did the
Yeah.
voting results come out?
No.
No, but
Well, we know the voting results because Camilla's won, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
You ever just wake up and be like, ooh, 7 Camillas.
No,
Did-
I wake up saying 12 Camillas. Again, my prediction is 12 Camillas by the end of the year. Watch.
Yeah, I cannot wait until it's an Aether Raid team of 6 Camillas,
That
all
can happen.
different,
We're gonna get
versus
Can happen.
5 Camillas, all different. It's literally an entire field,
I just realized.
all Camilla, all.
We're gonna get a full brigade of Camilla.
Somebody can
before
do
we
that.
Get another FE15 banner.
I almost can do that. I think I'm just missing a drift.
No, you can do that because you can have your own Ether Raids team, and then you test it out. So you put up
yeah.
6 Camillas, and then you test it out with the remaining 5.
That's what
Yeah.
I do.
Oh my god.
There you go.
That's terrible.
Yeah, Camilla everywhere. And then you just throw Loki in and you're good.
Welcome to the future.
Camillum.
Yeah. Camilla Land.
Whoever thought that would happen? Everybody.
But yeah, anyways, back to Duma. I love the idea of Duma being in the game. I love that
I'm
so
actually
much.
ecstatic about him being in the game.
I can't wait till we get Milla.
I hope.
This does set a good precedence, I will say that.
Well,
Well, I mean, a good precedence with what characters they're gonna choose.
they kind of did that already, but they never really pushed it.
That's
I
like
mean,
no precedence.
I was hoping for more OCs. I'm like,
Kind of wasn't.
when's Story gonna show up in the story? Like, I'm ready for that.
Wait, who?
I mean, story.
When are we getting more
Thor.
story? Period.
Like story OCs. I'm pretty sure they're gonna base most of the new characters off of like you know,
I don't think they're gonna base them on
Norse
OCs.
mythology.
They're probably just like.
Yeah, I think they're gonna dip really hard into Norse mythology this time around.
Kind of doing that already.
They are.
Yeah, they're already doing it, so I think they're gonna do it more. So we're gonna get people like Thor. We're gonna get like Balder. We're gonna get like
Hold up. The problem with that is they don't develop shit. They give us these characters and they will do zero with them.
I was gonna say,
that's
when was the last
unfortunate.
story chapter released?
Last one was the Beast Banner.
Guys, let's keep in mind Creed was probably like the best case scenario in terms of like what the fuck did Creed do again?
Hellbindi probably got the best, but Creed just he did nothing.
Well, Hellbindi actually
And
had a
Yogurt.
part in the story. Creed's one of those characters.
Yogurt literally did nothing.
Yeah, they literally like
Except get captured.
threw
Ilger
Creed into the game,
device.
and then nothing happened.
Yeah, like they implied Hareed was gonna come out. They show Hareed coming out, and then they just leave him off until New Year's. Meanwhile, Ilger actually was a plot device, even if she was useless.
Okay, Yogurt is like Yogurt's just below Creed, but I'm just saying like the chances of them doing this right is so low. They don't have a history of doing it right.
What do you
The
mean?
antagonists they do right.
I feel like even if they half-ass it, we're probably gonna get like at least some halfway wild shit. I mean, let's just say in 9 days, Alphonse dies, but only half of him dies because his weapon is Volvanger. So half of him will die and go to Valhalla, and then the other half will be in his weapon. So so the Valhalla version of Alphonse comes back, grabs his sword, and now he's literally a god, and he can go back and fight death. And you can make that as an excuse to make him merciful for some reason. You can use spirits of Alphonse from bits and pieces and stuff like that, and it'd be like some real Kino shit. But I don't think they're actually gonna do that.
Bro, that sounds
that actually sounds
even if they
so good.
Yeah,
but you're putting too much effort.
Half of that, I would still be at least kind of interested.
I'm sorry. IS doesn't have writers. I'm sure you guys are aware of that by now.
I can't write for shit, by the way. I just base all of that just from my very limited knowledge of Norse mythology.
Okay, I've seen elementary school papers that are better than what IS is writing.
Yes, exactly.
My fan fiction's better than this.
Release it.
No.
But yeah, anyway.
Honestly,
go on.
I was gonna say honestly, I'm willing to partially overlook the fact that he's a colorless dragon.
Wait, we needed more of those. It was just Grima.
Yeah, it was just Grima. I'm actually kind of fine with this.
I'm not, because he's gonna be very stupid. But the fact that they remembered Shadows of Valencia exists is the reason why I'm like, for the most part, partying it.
I'm not exactly too worried about colorless dragons. Like, I know that there's going to be the whole you don't have triangle advantage, but neither does he. And with the amount of anti-armor that already exists for Surtur and the amount of anti-dragon that they can put in, I don't think it's going to necessarily concern me too much.
I don't know how
Although
you guys are
might
viewing
get
it
that
like
one
that.
asshole with the Valen shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, duh.
Okay, see, the thing is, you guys realize, right? If you just get multiple Dumas, you're not one-shotting him. I don't think that's happening.
I mean,
if he gets one shot back,
so he's just raw stats.
Bro, we're gonna go into Aether Raids. We're gonna find that one match, and we're gonna see the first person. Oh, it's just a Reinhardt. Who cares? You check map, 4 Dumas, 1 Reinhardt. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god,
There
no,
goes
that is
28 of my health for no reason whatsoever.
No, that's not even the problem. The fact that each one is an attack buff.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
each one is an attack buff, and also don't forget that he counts as a catapult during
Yes.
his turn.
He's a catapult
He's
with
just
no
gonna-
level of restraint.
It's just gonna put in a row. There goes your offense. Whoops, my bad.
I mean, yeah. The only ones I'd really be worried about are the tactics room in certain setups and the healing tower. But even then,
But honestly, like he's very silly, but he'll still be he'll be just there.
You know
I
what,
don't think
actually
I'll
kinda
still
fun?
worry about him. What?
If
What?
they put tactics room on like Milla or something.
That would
Maybe
actually-
not Milla, but maybe healing
Wait.
tower.
Wait,
They just start putting
mobile structures on
as
everybody.
their yes
That-
on like some of the next mythics.
that's the future.
I mean, that's actually what Air does in a sense. She is the
Yes.
healing tower.
well, she's
Yeah.
a lesser healing tower, but yes.
Well, she's also greater because she doesn't have to worry about range. But yeah,
Okay, sure, but you see where this is going, right? It's two mythic heroes at this point that basically influences the battle like a structure.
I want more defensive traps.
Yo, I can't wait for my escape ladder.
escape ladder unit.
Escape ladder.
That might actually be one.
I don't even know how they do that. Like the unit is expired. What?
Oh no, my C skill disappears for the week.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Here's one. Well, not for a unit, but for an idea for a defensive tile is warp tiles.
Warp?
That actually wouldn't be like you have a dummy tile and then you have the main tile, but it's actually
Yes,
just two
and the
link
real tile?
tiles.
Yes, what the real tile does is whatever unit steps on it, they just get teleported back all the way to the back.
Now I'm thinking you would warp it between the two tiles, which would be stupid. But it would have to be like
Or
an HP
if
threshold
you-
or something.
Unless it lets you set where you want them to warp, which would be kind of cool.
I mean, if they did that, that could potentially just cheese everything. You'd have an even more frightening trap. So I'm actually kind of okay with not a warp tile.